It's the Edible Valley podcast. No, I'm going to start with something funny.
Yeah, you probably will fail.
Yeah, that is the beginning. I mean, this is how the podcast will begin.
Welcome to the Edible Valley podcast.
We want to invite you as we embark on a culinary journey through the heart of Vancouver Island
From the fertile fields,
to the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean.
we'll explore the stories behind the food that nourishes us.
Tune in to each episode as we deep dive into the flavors, the traditions, and the innovations that make this a true paradise.
Now please join us as we explore our Edible Valley.
Right, it's the Edible Valley podcast. If you hadn't realised, it's William Stringer. Hello.
Half asleep, and I'm Chef Jonathan Fraser.
Why do you get to say Chef Jonathan Fraser?
Because
You're not a doctor.
But I'm a chef.
Yeah, all right. So realtor William Stringer, but you see, it doesn't sound as good. Never
You
mind.
see?
Never mind. I'm not an ideas man. So thank you for joining us on the podcast. What's the date? It's getting towards the end. 22nd of September.
We are the first day of fall here.
What? Is that right?
Yeah, it's the 22nd.
Is that literally when it starts?
We could Google it, but like the 21st is usually the end.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I know the meteorological. That starts 1st of September. It goes by the months. Did you know that? So you're probably talking about the astrological.
Sure.
The meteorological. So, for example, spring is March, April, May.
Right.
Summer, June, July, August. Autumn. So it goes by months.
Well,
So it's basically how weather forecasters look at it. 1st of September, they're going to say that to you. They're going to say, right, it's the autumn.
Well, it's autumn now.
It is. Sorry, the fall. The fall. Now your sound keeps on dipping up.
I'm a loud man.
Yeah, you are a loud man.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to be talking about, what is it, the camp?
We are talking about, think about summer camp. I know summer's over.
Yeah.
But a summer camp for chefs. A place for them to learn, connect, and get inspired.
He's still going on about this. He had such a good time. Did you get a tattoo? Did you get matching tattoos?
I haven't got the tattoo yet because I'm kind of a wimp of needles. So that hasn't happened yet. But I imagine there are people from this event that have got CooksCamp tattoos.
So you're going to talk about that. And it's basically BC's best and brightest chef cooking food people.
I feel like you're a little jealous because you missed out on that.
Look at us, we're really good chefs. No, I'm not at all jealous. I'm gonna come in now and talk to you about something more at my level. Okay,
All right, let's get this out.
Did you know
No.
that Smarties it's already great. The Smarties were actually British. Now
Were
they're
they?
owned by Nestle now, so they're Swiss.
Okay.
So been taken upper class, but they were British, and M&Ms came in, and they saw the M&M people saw Smarties, and they were like, yes, please, copy paste M&Ms.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, and actually I got I just realised. Listen,
You were prepared for today.
that's my pocket.
There's your pockets of Smarties.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, you know what? It's because if I remember correctly, that used to be, they really came to fame with the American GIs because they were part of their ration packs,
Right.
right? Because they would,
Do you know
melt
what
in
I'm
your mouth,
imagining?
not in your hand. No.
I'm imagining the M&M characters, the big about to go, and it's Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, great soundtrack. They're all good, mate. I'm not, it's a very serious, and God bless anyone that it goes in any war. But it's an interesting thought.
M&M's and
That's
Apocalypse
marketing
Now.
for you. Yeah. So that's it. That's what I mean. I've got something about Baba Ganoush to tell you, but whatever.
We're gonna get on to
we'll
let's
on to
talk
that.
about the
Summer
camp, man.
Come on, how was
So CooksCamp, what an amazing. So this was September 10th to 12th, up in Pemberton, and it was the North Arm Farm there.
Oh, the North, yep.
So beautiful farm just at the end of Pemberton there, and we set up tents in the back. Maybe some people brought some campers and motorhomes and all those kind of things as well.
There's
But
always, yeah. And then they stick
the
a bloody
elitist
generator right
I
next to your
know,
tent.
exactly. Anyways, So they all parked around there, and then in the morning we woke up and we got to go check out this beautiful camp that they had set up there. So first of all, if you get a chance to Pemberton, go check out the farm. They have a huge production of different foods. They've got a gelato store in there. They've got their little farmers stand in there. Coffee's going. So there's lots of stuff happening just on the farm, let alone. And they're really working hard and struggling to get a brewery put together there too as well.
It does sound very magical.
It sounds pretty magical. Anyways, so what we do is a bunch of chefs. Basically, it was the chef's table sets up, the chef's table society. They come in there and they put up tents and they bring in ovens and they get the coals going and they get the barbecues out there. And it's just 2 full days of cooking extraordinaire where all the chefs join together and cook together. We get to network, we get to socialize, we get to it puts us all on that same pedestal, right?
So you're talking now you're talking people right up there, right down to the dishy.
Exactly. We've got everyone's invited. And so the idea is to have
Other than me.
The idea is for chefs to be able, after a long summer, to get out into the field and have a chance to relax and sort of unwind a little bit, regain some of those, stuff that they missed out from the hard work, the long days, the hours.
Your
they've been putting.
compadres.
My compadres. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That does sound very, very cool. Now, did you mention when you were telling me about this, whilst you were texting me about it, did you mention there wasn't even any alcohol? So really, this was
There was
tasting.
There was tastings and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We did not. You weren't allowed to bring any of your own outside alcohol in. So everything was controlled in there. So that was kind of the nice atmosphere, that there wasn't like a big party at the end of each night. Like there was lots of like times that we'd sort of gather around, and I want to say we have like a campfire or something like that, and reminisce about old times and stuff like that and chat it up. But there's a few fire bands and stuff like that. So we had the portable fireplaces and we got to hang out, and it was just nice at the end of the night to be able to just sit there and connect and have a good conversation.
And you get to enjoy that, but go to bed, pre-midnight.
Yeah.
And get up feeling actually pretty recharged.
Exactly. And that's what I got to do every day. It was
great.
really nice.
Honestly, that's cool.
And it was full intense. Like I was amazed. Like we showed up there the first day and right away I got into a wild foraging tour. Okay. So we got to go through a full tour around the property.
How big is it?
What's that? This one is I want to say 40 acres.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's really cool because of our Shamrock.
Yeah.
Shamrock Farm. Yeah. The podcast I did with them out there the other day.
Great pumpkin patch.
That's
coming up soon.
And the North Vancouver Island Culinary Association is going out there actually on Wednesday.
They need to shorten that name. You can't even say it. Go on, try again.
The North Vancouver Island Culinary Association.
Wait a minute. All right, what does that? Let's get a pen. Right.
So, NVICA.
NVI. So that's Envica.
Envica.
All right, you can have that on. You can have that on the house.
Yeah. Wait till Leslie hears that one.
Yeah, an Envica conference.
The two farms were very comparable in a lot of the things, how the farm was set up, sort of how they'd experimented with different throughs. And it was all about expanding and getting a good network out there, trying different ideas, how to keep the farm going and to bring people out there. So
nice.
I love those two aspects of it. It's a bigger farm, so we got to use it to
actually spread out.
Yeah.
So were you all like doing a bit of the cooking, or did you have people that took charge of that?
There was chefs that were assigned for each meal. So we had some really great. We had a beautiful Filipino luncheon the first day.
What is Filipino food?
Filipino, so like
no, I'm thinking Thai. Like the bao buns, bao something.
Yeah, those.
Sorry, I'm trying to become a bit more international.
But basically, the Filipino lunch is really great, and I'm not going to do this justice. But basically, we put the banana leaves down there, and all the food got piled on the middle of the table. So there was a lot of grilled chicken and vegetables, lots of rice dishes, and lots of tropical fruits and stuff like that. So basically, that was all piled. And the trick is that you come in and use your hands.
Okay.
and fill up your plate
Yeah,
that way
yeah.
and eat off the table. So
Weirdly satisfying.
weirdly satisfying. So that was one of our first meals. Then we did a whole butchery thing where we took down a steer from beginning to end. So we got to experience that whole whole
Really
thing,
connecting to the.
connecting to the animal.
Did you
and-
actually hunt it?
what's that?
Did you actually hunt it?
It was a cow. Came from a farm.
Okay. I thought. What did you say?
We hung it.
What was
And
animal?
skinned it. It was a cow. A steer.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you said deer.
No, I said steer.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Both done the exact same way. So it was a
I just now imagining you chasing a cow. Milk it quick. Anyway, grab it by the udders. Okay.
yeah. So we did that, and then we were able to break down that meat. We actually brought in another animal that we'd hung and aged properly so that we could do
Nice.
it properly. The original plan was
Yeah.
to do it from straight, but anyways, that was it. It was wonderful, and we used a lot of that meat in other dishes going out throughout the 2 days there. We had a beautiful Italian dinner where they made raviolis and
Oh.
risotto, and they had some gelatos going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and it was all different stations with lots of different salads in the middle, and they paired that with a bunch of Italian wines, which was really interesting. A lot of good fun times there. And then at the end of the day, we had the most amazing. Well, I already got the speech because I got to ride up with him, but Paul Stewart did a speech on Food Day Canada, which we've talked about in the past year, right? And he got to show a little video about his mother, Anita Stewart. And he said, he said the most amazing moment was he was talking to this young chef,
Yeah.
and she was saying about how she was with a group of friends, and everyone was like, "I want to be Martha Stewart," and they were like, "I want to be Martha Stewart," and she said, "I want to be Anita Stewart." So just breathe that Canadian thing.
It's meant to
And
be.
he was like, "I'm getting goosebumps just telling you that story." And
I
was
am
like,
a bit of a soppy bastard, and I
Yeah.
love stories like that.
yeah. So it was really pretty, and then it's amazing what his mother did and was able to accomplish, and how he's trying to keep that
Yeah.
message going. And all
Is his mother still with us?
his mother passed away. a couple
Okay,
years
well
ago.
that's
Yeah,
wow,
so that was a
okay.
little bit. And it was
Yeah.
really nice that we had a bunch of other chefs actually stood up there
Yeah.
and gave a good speech and talked about how she
Yeah.
had affected their lives going throughout it. So
So it took an extra resonance.
took an extra
from that,
resonance.
yeah.
So that was
Wow.
that was day one.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
was day one?
That was day one. We're exhausted. I was stayed up, maybe chatted with some people, and it was so nice to connect with these other chefs. I got to talk with chefs. We had chefs from Alberta. Some young chefs came out from Nate. I believe it was Nate. And they were, it was Sate, sorry, and we got to connect with them, learn about why they were there and all the things they were looking forward to learning and stuff like that. As well as, it's just like people from all over, some chefs from down in Victoria, some from the interior in the Okanagan,
And
as well as in Vancouver.
didn't you get a car share?
What's that?
So you actually got to know that you
Well,
drove
I did.
there.
I drove up with an old friend chef of mine,
Yeah.
David Lang, who's the department head at Camosun College.
Okay.
Yeah, so had a great trip with him, and he used to teach when his starting career started out at Port Alberni as well, and so he helped design that kitchen out there. So I had some great stories about how he designed the kitchen out there, and we reminisce about the old days when I was at Atlas and he was over at Avenue Bistro.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I think I've met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very good chap, if I recall.
Yeah, so it was just, those were the really fun things to happen
Yeah.
in this event. So in day 2 started out
was gonna say,
breakfast.
day 2.
Day
Talk to
2
me.
started out with a big breakfast. Then we got into bluefin tuna,
Okay.
right? So they brought in these sustainably harvested
I was going
bluefin
to say,
tuna.
thank you for saying sustainably, because I know they're not
and
the
this
most...
is an endangered. It's a Californian blue tuna, so that was incredible. And we got to actually sample and taste that, and we had some Japanese chefs there that actually broke down the tuna and prepared it all and did some sashimi, as well as they grilled some up and did a whole bunch of. We had bluefin. We also had some albacore tuna there.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
pretty spectacular. And then one of my key moments that I really enjoyed there was I got to be on the Great Alignment.
Okay.
And you're like, what is the Great Alignment? So basically what it is because of over the years, a lot of organizations have formed in the culinary industry.
It sounds like a cult. Is this? Are you,
It's
is this
a little
the beginning?
bit. It's a little bit of a cult, but
I mean,
no,
I'm
it's
ready.
not.
If it is, I'm ready. Sign me up.
Sign you up. Yeah, the Great Rapture will be happening tomorrow. No, what it is so we've had some splinters through the Culinary Association over the years, right? So, as in we have what were we calling again? Nicta?
Oh, a minute. Navika.
Navicta.
So no, is it Navika? Navika? What is it?
Anyways,
What are the letters again?
we're gonna go with the North Vancouver Island
Culinary Navika.
Association.
So imagine a vicar, as in
Right.
a church vicar, but with an N.
Okay.
Navika.
Navicker.
Okay.
So we were out there, and but then we have the BC Chefs Table, which was the organization that put this together. And of course, we have the BC Chefs Association. We have all these different
Yeah.
organizations, the BC Restaurant
Right.
Association. So we're all working in the same direction.
Isn't
right?
it great though when you can bring these people together
Yeah.
and actually have something under one tent and actually just enjoy each other's company?
Yeah. So this is one
Yeah.
thing is that we started with the debate there, and then just to introduce ourselves, to each other. And so then we're moving forward. We're going to do a a Zoom call where all of the presidents are going to meet together and sort of talk about their agendas and where they want to move forward. And so hopefully what that can do is allow us to expand our reach, right?
Yeah.
Because right now we're all fighting for the same money, from the same people to do the same things, and
Yeah.
like maybe we can branch this together. And so that's part of that. The BC Chefs Table invited us as the Culinary Federation to this because they're not part of that, but they invited us to be a part of that because we're chefs and cook and we all
Yeah.
share the same
Yeah.
banner, right? So it's kind of that opening up and sort of trying to figure out how we can make, the culinary world in Canada a bigger and better place. And
Nice.
maybe, just take down those white hats for a quick second and be more supportive of each other and
Yeah.
see where we can go with it.
And
So-
that sort of investment really can help people down on the ground. We're talking about the people that are actually at the business end of restaurants, the sharp end. The people often down lower, and actually that kind of thing can help those kind of people because it makes the industry really vibrant and a better place to be.
Yeah.
Vancouver Island is a fantastic place to be in culinary terms because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got amazing food here and we've got really passionate people.
Yeah.
But we don't have egos, or hopefully we don't have as much
Well,
ego.
speak for yourself, mate.
So yeah, that was one of the things we got. There were so many things going on there. We had our keynote speaker. Okay, I got to get this right. Jared, he's a First Nation.
Yeah.
He's talking about, how lack of First Nations food we have here.
Now, we were talking about this. Yeah. Now, I find this fascinating, and we were actually, full disclosure, talking about this the other week. The idea that there is a couple of First Nations restaurants in BC or on the island.
In BC.
I see that's awesome because...
Yeah, but there's only two.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard to swallow when you think about it.
Well, it is, but I imagine it's harnessing the local abundance with traditional cooking methods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
So that's the thing to work on.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing he's trying to explain. And he's trying to work with a bunch of organizations and just talk from his point of view from it. And that it was really eye-opening, like just the thing he's like, you have to look at these fields. And I'm quoting him completely, but when first colonization came here and we looked at these beautiful fields and we're like, these are perfect for growing corn and wheat and all this stuff, but the people in this area had been using those fields for years to grow their foods there.
Yeah.
So it looked like weeds, but because they didn't recognize what food and the abundance of food that was there, and that how this food is actually designed to grow here. So it doesn't need as much water. It doesn't need the requirements as what that some of our European style foods that we grow now. So
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? And as ever, food brings us together. It's the great equalizer.
of 100%.
Yeah, and I think that's a good lesson to learn. And I tell you what, I'd love a First Nations restaurant around here. I think it would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
To just learn some of those things, it's just always otherwise.
Definitely.
For me, it's fish and chips or burgers or pizza.
Yeah. No, and it's it's learning, like sitting down with the elders and learning
Yeah.
these techniques. And that's what he's done is he spent a lot of time there. He sat down with family members to learn these techniques and
pass them on.
pass
Keep
them
them
on.
going.
And it was incredible because one of our members, Debbie Shore, who used to be the culinary head at VIU, was one of his instructors. So yeah, that was really cool that they got to connect. And he said it was always funny when he went to school with her because he would talk about food and they'd be like, no, that doesn't make sense, you know? And he'd be like, but that's how we ate here. Like there's nothing that's the customs, right? So anyways, it was really nice.
Good.
So,
yeah, nice.
So anyways, so maybe he's someone we can convince to come on here because he lives down the Cowichan Valley one day. And we got to do a little bit of wine tasting with some different wines from up and down just to sort of share the characteristics of that. And so, yeah, it was just an amazing, amazing event. And it's something that I will definitely never forget.
I don't think you're going to let anyone forget it.
And I want to share it with everyone. So,
all right. So let me ask you a quick question. Right.
Yeah.
That weekend, Erin's birthday. Which is better?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, of course, my wife's birthday is
okay.
always better.
Oh, he's playing it. All right. Okay. Right.
But if I could have my wife at CooksCamp for her birthday,
wow,
best weekend ever.
I think, Erin, I think you're already busy next birthday. I was actually the first to wish her a happy birthday for next year. There's a little technique I've developed. If you're late wishing someone happy birthday,
just do it later.
You switch it round. You say it's 3 days later, and you're bollocks. I've been trying to remember to do this. You go, let me be the first to wish you happy birthday for next year. Then they're too busy thinking, oh, that's so kind, and they're not thinking, well, you bloody forgot this one. You know, just saying. There you are. There's a tidbit.
That's amazing.
All right.
Well, I do want to do one quick shout out to the organizers of the event.
Oh, go on then.
You know what? So, Chef Robert Beckham.
Beckham. Oh, Beckham.
Yeah. So he is the one. I
was thinking David Beckham.
Beckham.
David Beckham.
He is. So he has a podcast, Mise en Place.
Okay.
So you can check that one out if you're interested in. I know that Chef Renaud and Chef Leslie from our territory have both done a podcast with him. I'm hoping to one day get invited on there. But he does it, as well as Shauna Gredham, who has been she organized this all, and she actually lives up in Campbell River. So I think before next year, we'll get her in here to talk it up a little bit more, just so we can share some of the excitement and get some real pump to get some people out there. Because you know what? It was just under 300 chefs were out there this year. Wow. So that was pretty incredible. And when you've got chefs from, chefs that have just gotten into the industry, and have done maybe their first year apprentices or whatever, up to professionals that have 40, 50 years, it's pretty cool. So,
yeah, that's special, eh? Wow. Okay, well, I think you need to come back down to earth. Okay, you're not in, where was it again? Not on the mainland anymore. Pemberton, there you go. You're not in Pemberton anymore. You're back in the good old Comox Valley.
Back in the good old Comox Valley.
Do you ever... Okay, I don't know how I'm going to connect this in any way to what we were talking about.
Probably not.
But if Erin ever wakes up, and I do this with Eva, if she's ever confused, like a little bit like, and she fell asleep on the couch or something like that, just say, oh, you're okay. So you were dreaming. And then I was, welcome back to good old 1994. At first it got her, but now she just tells me to shut up. But she knows she's back in her reality.
I love how we think the same way.
Okay, well that's it. It was good to hear about John's wonderful time. There's no time for the baba ganoush.
That's right.
But I made baba ganoush.
We'll get on to that next time.
But this has been the Edible Valley podcast, episode number Flennin.
All right.
And and we will see you again in a fortnight.
Stay tuned for Will's Tales of Baba Ganoush on the next episode of the Edible Valley podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to 98.9 Jet FM, the Comox Valley's best rock. Thank you for letting us use your studio.